Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Welcome to 2026 Chinese New Year of the Fire Horse. The official Chinese New Year is February 17th, 2026. Okay, this video is to help you. It's going to be part 3 in a 3-series video. Actually, technically, this is part 4, the 4th video. Now, I've never done this before. The series of videos is to prepare you for this year. And the reason why I've done it this year and no other year is because this is going to be an intense year. Now, here's the deal. You can enjoy this year if you know what to do. If not, it's going to be a rough ride. Okay, so I'm going to give you a lot of tips on what to do. And then if you want to hire me if there's any specific thing that you want to learn specifically. Now, in the last 3 videos, I gave you some tips. I gave you some how-tos. My normal fee for coaching is $250. Here's what I'm going to do for the month of February. I'm going to make a $100 special for any session on anything from energy healing, emotional healing, coaching, getting through tough times, dealing with narcissist abuse, and anything that I put in this video. Okay, so here's the deal. The reason why I'm making this video, I want to make it really clear. The energy that is coming in, we're already feeling it right now. It's going to increase. It is a double fire year. Horse is fire energy. This is year of the horse, so that's a double fire energy. Everything is going to be amplified by the energy. So the number one goal is to stabilize yourself. The last 3 videos, I helped you to stabilize your blood sugar and also your pH by using minerals. I'm going to go really brief, very brief over that. Otherwise, you can go and watch the videos because I break it down even more. So here's what you need to do. You need to stabilize your electrical system. Number 1, you need to get trace minerals and minerals in you. I recommended a product by a company called Thorne, THORNE.com. It's called Catalyte, CATALYTE. That has a multitude of minerals and vitamins in there. It's very, very good for you. It's extremely affordable. Minerals will stabilize your system, and what that will do, it will help your pH balance from going up and down, skyrocketing up and then crashing down. Minerals also allow your electrical system, your brain, your heart, and all your muscles in your body to function properly. So now you're going to think with clarity. You're going to have more physical strength and emotional strength. So number 1, we want to balance out our pH system. If you want to learn that more in depth, there's a diet that I do that's extremely simple, extremely cheap. You combine it with adding minerals. The main minerals are magnesium and potassium, calcium, etc. Okay? If you buy Catalyte by that company Thorne with THORNE.com, it has a multitude of trace minerals and minerals, including magnesium, potassium, and zinc, and a couple other things. Here's the actual product. It's about $31 or $32. You can ship it and it will get there in about 3 to 5 days, sometimes sooner depending on where you live. Okay, so the following video after that video is about balancing out your blood sugar. It's really simple. I'm just going to give you the super brief tips. If you want to do it, watch it or hire me, and I can coach you through and walk you through on how to do this. Again, this is super simple. Here's all we're doing. Make sure you get your fats, oils, and butters. Those are all slow burning forms of fat. When you have slow burning forms of fat in your system, you don't crash or go high like when you eat sugar or carbs, that you don't fly up and you don't fly down. Another thing it does is it keeps you from eating carbs and sugars because you feel satisfied. So here's how you do it. You eat fats, butters, and oils. And then you also make sure you get protein, something like steak or chicken or meat of some form or eggs, okay? Now, another thing I recommend is avocado. Eat half an avocado a day. If you're a big guy, eat the whole thing. Avocado is extremely healthy for you. It has a good form, healthy form of fat. It has oils in it. It burns slow. Slow burning food helps you stabilize your blood sugar, thus stabilizing you mentally and emotionally. So if you can balance out your alkaline, your pH, and stabilize that, and then balance out your blood sugar, you're going to do really, really well. Again, make sure you eat protein at least twice a day. Okay, so that's that for that part. Now, here's the next series of tips for this video. Okay, so the third thing you want to do is you want to learn how to do grounding techniques to ground your energy, which also is emotionally grounding. When you are grounded emotionally, you feel really good. Now, here's the deal. When you are energetically grounded, energy flows through you versus getting surges. Okay, now surges, let's say you get an electrical surge in your house or your building or office, and it goes into your computer or appliance. It can actually ruin that computer or appliance. It can also screw with it, cause electrical issues, etc., etc. Now, here's the deal. For a human being, when you get, now you might be like, what do you mean like electrical surges? Well, the sun will send blasts at us. Now, they're like electromagnetic energy, okay? This is all scientifically proven. I'm not going to go into that right now. When the sun blasts you, when there's a lot of energy coming in, which we're going to receive this year, it can throw you off. It can cause you to be scattered, brain fog. You can get angry and upset, frustrated easily. When you ground yourself, the energy flows through you and you feel really good. And it empowers you physically and energetically and emotionally. Now, I have a very powerful internal awareness technique or series of techniques that I teach. It's a separate series of techniques that I teach. I call it internal awareness and emotional grounding techniques. If you want to sign up for that, get a hold of me and let me know. And what I'll do is I'll walk you through one step at a time, one technique, then another, then another. No matter how stressed you are, if you make a commitment to learning how to do this, you will feel a lot better. So what's the purpose of learning how to do all this stuff to stabilize yourself energetically and emotionally? It's because the energy that's going to be coming in the year 2026, year of the fire horse, it's going to be intense, it's going to be powerful, and it's also going to be about change. The year of the fire horse is about burning things down, destroying things, and then changing. Some of you might actually change careers. Some of you are going to move. Some of you are going to change partners. You're going to have change in your life this year. I guarantee it. Your perspective on life is going to change. These things can cause a shock to the system. Now, here's my point. It's not just change or moving or changing partners. It's the energy that's going to be behind it. If you are not grounded, it's going to throw you off track like getting bucked off a horse. Let me put it in just my terms. You're either going to get your ass kicked this year and you're going to get kicked around and it's going to suck. You're going to struggle. You're going to be pissed. Life is going to suck and you're not going to be happy. Or you're going to ground yourself and stabilize your systems and you're going to thrive this year. This can be one of the best years of your life if you learn how to go with it. So here's the deal. This is going to be a defining year for your life. You're either going to struggle or you're going to thrive. This is not going to be an in-between year. So the key is learning how to go with the energy, going with the horse, going with the fire, not fighting against it, not trying to stop it, not fighting it. Now, I felt this energy around the second week of December, and I realized right then and there, I need to kind of regroup and I need to start doing my breathing techniques more. I need to ground myself more. I need to meditate more. Now, here's the deal. You don't have to become like a meditation master, but you're going to have to put some time and effort. Like, here's what I told myself. Like, because, okay, last year, to be honest with you, I didn't really have to do a whole lot of breathing or stretching and all this stuff. I stretch every day. I do breathing techniques every day, but not like I used to. I kind of slacked off because I knew from the energy last year that I could get away with it. This year is going to be the hardest year of our lives if you don't do this. So I realized what I'm going to do is refocus myself. That's not the right word, but you get what I'm saying. I'm going to come back around and I'm going to spend some actual time grounding myself, doing my breathing exercises, spending more time stretching, getting massages and stuff like that, because then you're going to be grounded and that tunes you into the energy, and therefore it's going to allow you to work with the energy in a very powerful way. And that's the thing about this energy. This can be a powerful year for you to make change and transformation. All right, let me give you an idea of some grounding techniques. These aren't the ones I teach. The breathing one, depending on how deep I'm going to go into it, but here's one thing you can do. Number one, you can get a deep tissue massage. If you can afford to do it once a week, do it. Even if you're only going to do, say, your feet and your legs one day, and the next week you do your back, okay, and your arms or something like that. Get massage. It'll help a lot. If you can do it every other week, that will work too. The second thing I highly recommend is get your deep breathing techniques down. Now here's the deal. A deep breathing technique is simply breathing in your nose and then holding it for 10 or 12 seconds. And then breathing out. And then breathing in again, even deeper. And then breathing out. If you can get yourself to hold your breath a little bit longer each time and breathing in a little bit deeper each time, that can be a grounding technique. Do that 12 repetitions to 20 repetitions. You're going to feel better. Now, I teach a very specific form of breathing techniques that I learned in Hawaii and also in pranic healing, some other techniques that I learned. So if you want to learn those, get a hold of me. We could set up some appointments. Those techniques, by the way, are part of my internal awareness and emotional grounding class. There's one specific breathing technique that I used for decades because I used to have anxiety so bad. No matter what would happen, if I did that technique for about 15, not even 15, it could be 12 minutes, all my stress would go away. Worst case scenarios, when I used to really, really have a lot of anxiety and panic attacks, all I would have to do is do it for about 18, 20 minutes. It didn't matter if the building blew up next door, if my best friend died, no matter what was stressing me out, it brought me back down to earth, and all of a sudden my entire body felt good. That's the technique I'm going to commit to doing more this year, because I realize this year it's going to be a year where you're going to have to really work with the energy. Okay, another quick tip. Here's something that'll help you a lot. Hot salt baths. So if your muscles are tight, you're stressed out, salt, what it does is it breaks down any negative connections around your body. We make connections. In Hawaii, we call them, or in Huna, we call them aka cords. It's an actual kind of gooey, sticky connection. So if someone touches a phone and you touch it, boom, you have that connection to that person's energy. If someone touches you, boom, you have that connection. Now, I cut cords and I pull negative energy out of people. Okay, I can do that for you if you need help with that. That's part of my energy healing training. What you can do for yourself is simply take a salt bath. I like hot salt baths. Now, if it's summertime, it's really hot, you can do medium warm or even medium cool if you have to. Also, another way of doing it is jumping in the ocean. And by the way, if you do a salt bath, I recommend sea salt. It doesn't have to be, it can be regular table salt. I personally like sea salt. Another thing you can do is Epsom salts because they have magnesium. Magnesium makes you feel really, really good. But the key is get some salts because it breaks up the negative energy. Another little thing that I do, that they do in sports therapy, physical therapy, rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol on your muscles. They used to do that as a massage. They'd use rubbing alcohol to massage your muscles. It breaks down the negative energy and the negative connections. Okay, part 4, I'm going to give you some tips on how to deal with this year, the Chinese New Year 2026, the year of the fire horse. Okay, so here's what's going on with the year of the fire horse. So again, it's a double fire. Some people say it's a triple fire, but regardless, there's a lot of fire. So here's what's going to happen when fire meets fire. Your power is going to rise and your old identity is basically going to break off or fall off. This might be the feeling. If you've been feeling lost, confused, and frustrated, and just like something is just not right, like you're just not, how do I explain it? Like life isn't meaningful, like you feel empty, like something's missing, it's because you're letting go of the old you. And it's hard to deal with that on an emotional and energetic level. So the fire energy essentially is kind of pushing this, not kind of, I'm not even going to play around with it. It's forcing it to let go. It's causing you to break off and to move forward. Now here's the deal with the fire energy meeting fire is causing your power to rise up, which is essentially causing you to let go of it. because we're not fully and completely, in year of the fire horse, but we're getting a lot of energy right now. You haven't quite completed it yet. So if you're still in the in-between state, well, that's why, because we're literally in between year of the snake and year of the fire horse. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of people right now are feeling lost. They're feeling like, I don't know what direction to go in. It's like they don't understand what's going on. Just be patient, give it a couple more weeks. You're going to sink in and it's going to feel better. This is the year of transformation. There's going to be huge shifts and changes in your life and in the life around you and in the world, countries, governments, you name it. Watch. I guarantee it. It's going to happen. You're going to see it everywhere. So this fire on fire energy is going to show up for you in 3 ways. First, identity shift. This year is going to push you to redefine yourself. First, who you are, what you want, and what your next chapter is. Now, here's the deal. You may change your life goals, you may change your career, you may change your environment, and you may change your mindset. You might actually do all of those, including move. This is the year of change and transformation. I don't mean one thing. You're going to make a lot of shifts. And it's going to be consistent. Number 2, and this is especially for people who are born year of the horse, visibility. Horses naturally draw a lot of attention. So you're going to get more visibility this year because of the fire energy, because it's a double or triple fire energy this year. I also believe this applies to most people, but I really believe it's going to apply the most to the people born year of the horse. This is the year for you to speak up, to lead, and to guide people. This is the year that people are going to listen to you. Step into your leadership role. So the triple fire is going to cause an increase in intensity. So this is going to cause intense desire. It's going to cause increase in impulsivity, meaning you're going to be more impulsive this year. You're going to be more passionate. It's also going to cause frustration. It's going to cause anger. So this is why it's really important for this year to do your breathing techniques, to go with the flow, do your stretching, etc., etc. The most important thing, and this is really why this video series was made for everyone, is the most important key to all of this is pace yourself. Go with the flow, get your rest, eat healthy, do your stretching. Even if you only do 15 minutes of stretching, it doesn't have to be a lot. And then maybe later on in the day, stretch for 5 or 10 minutes, okay? But you've got to ground your energy. You've got to go with the flow, take a nap, get your rest, and take a break when things are getting a little bit too much. I'm telling you, if you let yourself get caught up too much with this energy and you don't take a break when you need to, it's gonna cause problems. Work on going with the flow, and the key word is pace. Pace yourself. Do your deep breathing and go with it. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to go slow. I didn't necessarily mean slow. So horses love to race. They love to run. But when they're done with the run, they rest, they recuperate, they back off, they take a break. So don't go in a full-on sprint all the time. There's going to be moments when you just need to go easy. So rest and recuperation are very, very important, including giving your brain a break. Get off the computer, stop talking to people, just rest, take a nap, meditate, go for a walk out in nature. Okay, so this year, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the year that you really need to work on balance. This is the year where you're working with the energy. That's the dynamic. Not fighting against it, not going too fast, but going fast when you want to, but then taking a break. It's the best way to explain it is working with the energy versus against it. It's like being in a sport where you need to tune in with all your teammates. When you guys get into sync, that's the word I'm looking for. When you get into sync, you do a lot better. It's funner, it's more enjoyable, and it's a lot more powerful. And you know what? It's just like riding a horse. You have to get in sync with the horse. That's what I'm saying. So number one, be careful of burning yourself out. That's number one. Because with all this energy, it's going to cause you to go into this tremendous momentum that you don't want to let go of. But you have to take a break. You've got to rest the horse. You've got to take a nap. You've got to drink your water. You've got to hydrate. You need to slow back down, and then you can get back on the horse. It's incredibly exciting energy. It causes tremendous momentum, and even though you're tired, you're not going to want to let go because you're like, man, I've got all this momentum. This is the year of discipline when it comes to pacing yourself. Probably the most important thing on why you need to do your deep breathing and grounding and eating healthy is so you don't react emotionally before thinking. Because all the energy that's going with this is going to cause you to crash if you do that. So do not do impulsive decision making, okay? Ground yourself, tune back in, and make a decision from your intuition and from your gut feeling. From clarity. Probably number 3, limiting environments. Your energy is going to be too big for small environments. So get out, go hiking up in the hills, go to the beach, get to big wide open spaces out in the country. If you're in the city, go on top of the building so you can see for miles and miles, or go to the beach, go to the Golden Gate Bridge. Get out into open spaces as often as you can. Number 1, because your energy is more expanded, it's more open, it's too big for small enclosed spaces. Number 2, because you need movement. Just like a horse, sometimes you gotta run. Number 4, in order for you to thrive this year, you're going to have to focus on one clear goal, one big goal, and it'll keep you on path, it'll keep you on track. The reason why it's so important, because this fire energy, it'll take you in all kinds of directions. It's going to take you wherever your mind wants to go. If you have one clear goal, you're going to get there. If you have a bunch of scattered goals, you're going to ping pong all over the place. Like I said, you're either going to struggle this year or you're going to thrive. Pick a goal, stick with it, and make it happen, and ride into victory. Your life opens up when you move with intention. That's why it's important to have one solid goal. The other thing about that is cut out all the excess, including stuff you got to throw out of your closets, out of your junk drawer. If you've got things that you don't wear, you don't need, that are just hanging off, get rid of it. Add some clarity to your space. Cut people out of your life who are wasting your time and aren't moving in a direction. If people are not moving in a direction, it doesn't have to be your direction. If people are not moving forward in a direction with intention and goals, get away from them, because they're going to lead you astray. And as a horse, that's the easiest thing to do, is to be led astray. If there's one thing I could say for this year, live with intention, have direction, and go in that direction with intention of achieving that goal. The last thing I want to say is release things that feel restrictive. I personally released someone last year, about 4 or 5 weeks, maybe a little bit more than that actually, because I realized this person was just restrictive. Like, he was limited, he didn't want to move forward, he didn't want to open up. I was like, I don't even want to be around people on a friend or an associate level that are restricting themselves, because that's going to rub off on you. Let go of anyone or anything that is restrictive. This is the year of intention. Everything else will fall into place, because the energy of the fire horse is going to guide you in that direction. If you have intention, if you have direction, you're going to achieve it. That's the secret. That's the key. That's the trick. This is the year of intention. Write that down. Let me put it this way. The racehorse, the energy, the fire, it's already there. You don't need the energy. All you need is the intention. Pick your North Star and go. The energy will push you in that direction. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it. If you like this video, please click subscribe, click the like button, go and make a comment. And as always, you can go ahead and make a donation. There's a PayPal link right there in the description box. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.